FC, that's right, Wrexham making a push up the table. They now sit in 4th, but however, anything going to stop the Gills this weekend as they continue to top the table? We're going to take a look at that and much more next. Prediction video today. We're taking a look at match number 9. That's right, over in League 2, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button back and say all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roofski, that's right, the Gills lead the charge here. Notts County and Swindon, though, also in the automatics at this early stage of the season. But finally, Wrexham have woken up and they're in 4th right now, but can they hold on to their playoff spot? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But let's get into it and, of course, recap what's been going on in the past couple of weeks. Of course, there have been games going on and all that kind of jazz. I'll try and bring you up to speed with what's going on with the most things. But let's, of course, recap the last results, the last full fixture list right here, right now, which was, of course, this past weekend. So here we go. Salford did lose to Notts County. Big 2-0 win for them as they climb up towards the top spot there. Accrington Stanley 4-1 win over Sutton United. 2-0 win in my eyes. Barrow, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. Did they flip those games around? I have no idea. Ignore the Barrow one. I'm in now. I'm committed to this. We're not going to edit this because it's too late. Barrow, I think those games were flipped around, but regardless, they drew. That's what we say, whoever they played. Bradford City, of course, 1-1 draw against Harrogate Town, 2-0 win in my eyes. Colchester did draw with Mansfield, 1-1 in the end, 1-0 win for me. Tranmere lost to Crawley 3-2, 1-1 for me as well on that one. Gillingham 2-1 win over Morecambe, 3-1 win for me. Morecambe, what am I saying? Forest Green Rovers, the Vegans, lost 2-1 to Doncaster. I won with the 1-0 win for the host. MK Dons lost to Stockport County, 2-1 win for them. 3-1 win the other way. Swindon 2-0 win over Walsall, got them on spot on the nose. Wimbledon 2, Crewe 2, 2-0 win for me on that one, got that one wrong. And Wrexham did beat Grimsby, whatever that is, 3-0 win. Whatever, my head's in a bit of a blur. It's been a couple of days for me. This, of course, is, let me have a look at this one. This was the previous week's scoreline in the prediction weeks, the one that I was recording ahead of time. So I want to give shout outs to when shout outs are due. So Gills FC got himself 11. Might be a bit suspect. I didn't really crunch the numbers just yet, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Of course, then it's the following week, this one right here. No Gills inside. So he came in, he shit on all over us, and then he fucked off. So no disrespect. But that's this present week right here. Tom Davies with 8. Of course, I will check these numbers, guys. So don't come in here thinking you can cheat the system, because you will get busted and then you will get named and shamed. So 11 out of 12 sounds a bit sus, of course. But this is the overall table right here, right now. And there's some legitimate players in there. Shane on with top bottoms there, 40 points. JSB's FC with 35. And Andy up there with 34. That's that. We're back to normal now. So let's get into the next games. Of course, this is the table. As you see, Gillingham are top of the table, 18 points there. Notts County and then Swindon. Wrexham, of course, in 4th. Mansfield, Crawley up there in 6th. Oh my goodness. And Crewe as well. Tranmere and Sutton going down. Tranmere going down could be an absolute shocker. Of course, the prediction league is wide open, and I will check those numbers, guys. So don't go cheating me, cheating the system. Of course, we are looking forward to the next games. They are coming at you right here, right now. So let's get into it, starting with where are we going? Where are we going? We're going Crewe. That's right. Up against Colchester United. That's, of course, Saturday, 23rd of September. Played 21 times since 2003. We've got 12 wins for Crewe. We've got 6 wins for Colchester. We've got 3 draws, of course. Crewe, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring 27 goals in the 21 games, 1.29 goals a game ratio. Up against Colchester, a 6-0 win, their biggest, 35 goals scored in the 21 games, 1.67 goals a game ratio against Crewe. 42% form for them at the minute. 1 win at the last 4 games, 18th in the table, 7 points on the board. Up against Crewe, of course, they were in 7th, 13 points on the board, just 1 defeated past 4. 42% form, though, for both sides here. Last round at Crewe at Grimsby Road, it was a 1-0 win for Crewe back in November 2022. The odds right here, right now for this one, we have Crewe 29-20 for the victory, 70-10 is your Colchester, 13-5 is the draw. Back in the host here, 2-0 win for them. And of course, that could push them into the playoffs. We'll see, of course, next week. Doncaster Rovers up against Gillingham. Doncaster finally moving up in the right direction. Up against the table toppers, though, Gillingham. This will be a tough one. Played to 24 times in 2005. We've got 7 wins for Doncaster, 9 for Gillingham, 8 draws, of course. The Doncaster 3-1 win, their biggest, scoring 27 goals in those 24 games, 1.13 goals a game ratio. Up against Gillingham, their biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 27 goals in the 24 4 games, 1.13 goals a game ratio. Gillingham are top, of course, 18 points on the board, winning 3 in the bounce, 50% form for them. They rode a bit of a bumpy road there up against Doncaster, who made it back-to-back wins, just 1 defeat past 4. Grant McCann finally grinding it out for Doncaster. 22nd of the table, though, 5th, 5 points on the board right now. Last time around at the Keep Moat was a 1-0 win for Doncaster back in October 2022. The odds right here right now, we've got 2-1 is your Doncaster, 9-4 is the draw, 11-8 is your away win. Back in, of course, the Gills here. You got to back them right now. Momentum is with them, and of course they are top of the table, so give them the respect where respect is due. Morecambe up against Swindon Town, coming at you the Azteca Globe Arena, whatever you call it. Played the 8 times, done 6, 7 wins to Swindon, nothing for Morecambe, and 1 draw. Morecambe scored just 2 times against Swindon over the last 8, 0.25 goals a game ratio. Swindon boasted a 4-0 win, their biggest, 15 goals scored in the 8 games, 1.88 goals a game ratio. Swindon, of course, managed by Michael Flynn, 3rd in the table, 15 points on the board, 67% form for them, unbeaten in the last 5, just 1 defeat the past 6. Up against Morecambe, 2 wins the last 6 games, 42% form for them. They are 16th in the table, 10 points on the board right now. But last time around at Morecambe was a 1-0 win for Swindon, of course, who've won 5 of the last 6 over Morecambe. The odds right here right now, 12-5 is your Morecambe, 11-10 is the away win, 12-5 is the draw. Back in, of course, I'm going Morecambe here, 2-1 win for them, against the grain, against the form book. And, of course, a big result for the club. Anyway, Walsall up against Wimbledon at the Bescott this coming weekend. Played 8 times in 2016, 4 wins apiece, no draws. Biggest win for Walsall, 3-1 win, scoring 13 goals in the 8 games, 1.63 goals a game ratio. Wimbledon, their biggest win over Walsall, 2-0 win, scoring 11 goals in the 8 games, 1.38 goals a game ratio. Wimbledon, of course, 42% form, just 1 win in 6, 11th in the table with 11 points. Up against Walsall, who are 50% form right now, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. They are 14th in the table with 11 points as well. Last round at the Bescott was a 3-1 win for Walsall back in October 2022. And the odds right here, right now, we got 8-5 is your Walsall, 13-8 is your away win, and the draw is 23-10. Going to go with a draw here, 1 apiece. Point in the bag, and of course we'll kick on to the next one. Grimsby Town up against Crawley, of course, who are flying high, believe it or not. Played each other 14 times to 2010, 5 wins of Grimsby, 4 for Crawley, and 5 draws, of course. Grimsby 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 17 goals in the 14 games, 1.21 goals a game ratio. Crawley 3-0 win, their biggest result over Grimsby, scoring 16 goals in the 14 games, 1.14 goals a game ratio. Crawley, like I said, unbeaten in the last 4, 3 wins on the bounce, 58% form for them. They are 6th with 14 points. Grimsby just a 1 win in 6, 33% form for them. They are 15th with just 10 points at the moment. Last round at Grimsby was a 3-0 win for the host back in October 2022. The odds here, we do have even Stevens, it is your Grimsby, 12-5 is a draw, and 11-4 is the away win. You should probably back Crawley here, but I'm going with the host. 2-0 win for Grimsby because I just backed them. I'm backing them all the way. Next up, of course, we have Harrogate Town up against Salford City, is that what they call them? Salford City, Salford, whatever. Anyway, let's get into this one. Where are you? Can't even see you. There you are. Surprise, surprise. These two sides have played each other 14 times. 2016, we got 1 win for Harrogate, 8 wins for Salford. We've got 5 draws, of course. Harrogate, a 3-0 win. Their biggest over the last 14 games. 15 goals scored in those 14 matches, 1.07 goals a game ratio. Salford on the flip, 2-0 win, their biggest result. 22 goals scored in 14 games, 1.57 goals a game ratio. Of course, Salford are in 19th right now. Wood is staring at defeat or sacking in the face. 7 points on the board, 4 defeats on the spin. Looking grim times. Harrogate on the flip side, 42% form for them. Couple of wins in the last 6, 20 for the table, 7 points on the board as well. Last round at Harrogate was the one who win for Salford back in September 2022. The odds right here, right now. 50-8 is your host, 89-4 is your 29-20 is your away win here. We're going to back Salford for the victory. It is high pressure situation here. I think a defeat for Salford more often than not could lead to a sacking at this stage of the season because they want playoffs. They desperately want them. Mansfield Town up against Barrow, of course, come at you at Mansfield. Played each other 17 times, done 8 wins for Mansfield, 6 wins for Barrow, 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Mansfield, though, 8-1 win, scoring 42 goals in the 17 games, 2.47 goals game ratio when they're playing Barrow. Barrow on the flip side, 2-0 win, their biggest, 25 goals scored in the 17 games. We got 1.47 goals game ratio, 42% form, though, for Barrow right now. Just 1 win in 6, 10th at the table, 12 points on the board. Mansfield, of course, unbeaten in the last 6 games, pick up 3 wins and 3 draws, 5th in the table with 14 points. Last round at Mansfield, though, 3-2 win it was for Barrow, goodness gracious me, and the away side has won 5 on the spin here in all competitions between these two sides. 3 Mansfield, 2 Barrow. Which way will it go this coming weekend? The odds, we have 10-7 on is your Mansfield, 13-5 is draw, 17-4 is your away win. You've got to back Mansfield here, even though Barrow doing fantastic once again this season. Next up, of course, Newport County up against Bradford City, who are in trouble, and Hughes could also be facing the sack if he can't sort shit around. Played each other 8 times since 2019, got 3 wins for Newport County, 2 for Bradford City, and 3 draws, of course. The hosts, 3-0 3-0 win, their biggest, their highest score against Bradford. 8 goals scored in the 8 games. That's a goal a game average. Bradford, of course, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring, of course, 6 goals in the 8 games, 0.75 goals a game ratio. However, the visitors are unbeaten in the last 5, 3 draws on the spin, 58% form for them over the last 6, 17th in the table with just 10 points. Newport County are in 12th with 11 points, 50% form for them, 1-2 lost to and draw to. However, haven't picked up a win in the last 4 matches. Last time around in Wales, it was a 1-1 draw back in March 2023. The odds for this one, 5-4 is your Newport County, 21-10 is your Bradford, and 9-4 is the draw. Going against my gut here, going to go with a 2-1 win for Newport County because I think Bradford they need some more results and they need to start flying up that table. Next up, of course, we've got Notts County up against Forest Green Rovers, of course. Notts County flying high. I'm just trying to find this one. Where are you, Notts? There you are, of course. I see you. I see you. Of course, they are flying high in second of the table up against the Vegans. Of course, who are in 21st. Pledge of the 5 times to 2010. We've got 3 wins for Notts County, 1 for Forest Green, and 1 draw. Biggest win for Notts County, 2-1 win. Scoring 8 goals, of course, in the 5 games, 1.50 goals game ratio. The Vegans, of course, their biggest win, 3-1 win, scoring 7 goals in the 5 games, 1.40 goals a game ratio. They are in trouble going down right now, 21st in the table. Forest Green with 7 points, 42% form for them at the moment, and back-to-back defeats. Up against Notts County, who are second, of course, 75% form for them. Of course, just 1 defeat the past 6, and looking A-OK right now. Last time around at Notts County was a 3-1 win for Forest Green. That was back in September 2018. Goodness gracious me. But the odds for this one, we have a 50-8 on is your Notts County, 10-3 is your draw, 11-2 is your away win here. We are going with a 3-0 win for Notts County, of course, that continue to do absolute bits this season, and of course could even top the table depending on what goes on elsewhere. And another zinger chicken dinner. We have Stockport County up against Wrexham, of course, over at Stockport. Now these two sides have played each other 24 times since 2003. We've got 11 wins apiece and 2 draws. Biggest win for Stockport, 3-0 wins, scoring 34 goals in the 24 matches, 1.42 goals game ratio. Up against Wrexham, their biggest win, 6-1 win, scoring 45 goals in 24, 1.88 goals game ratio. They are flying high in 4th right now, 15 points on the board, 4 wins in about 75% form heading into this. Stockport County, though, 58% form, unbeaten in the last 3 games, 13 points over the last 13 matches, 13 points over 11 matches. No, what am I saying? I'm saying 11 points. They are at 13th at the table. Goodness gracious me. Get my words out. Of course, last time around at Stockport was a 2-1 win for Stockport back in the National League, back in September 2021. The odds for this zinger, of course, 11-8 is your Stockport, 13-5 is a draw, and 7-4 is your away win. Back in the hosts here, of course, might be a surprise, but Stockport are a decent opposition and will give Wrexham a game this weekend. Then we have Sutton United up against MK Bloody Dons, of course. Sutton United struggling. Played each other just the one time. Of course, it was a win for MK Dons. It was a 1-0 win. 58% form, though, for MK Dons right now. Just 1 win and 4. They are dropped down to 9th with 13 points on the board. Sutton, though, struggling with 3 points, and they're rooted to the foot of the table. That 1-0 win was in the EFL Cup back in August 2022. That was at the Stadium MMK. And, of course, the odds for this game right here, right now, we have Sutton United 13-8 for the victory, 2/5 is a draw, 31-20 is your way. We are back in MK Dons here to bounce back with a 1-0 win and put Sutton in a whole host of trouble. And I think this is the last one here. Tranmere Rovers up against Accrington Stanley, of course. Tranmere also struggling right now. 13 times they played each other since 2008. We've got 9 wins for Tranmere. We've got 1 for Accrington. We've got 3 draws, of course. Tranmere now managed by Nigel Atkins. 3-0 win was their biggest. 33 goals scored in 13 games. 2.54 goals a game ratio. Stanley, managed by John Coleman, of course. 3-2 win was their biggest. 26 goals scored in 13 games. 2 goals a game average. They are in 8th right now. Stanley, 13 points on the board. 4 wins the last 6. 67% form for them. Tranmere, though, haven't won the last 6 games. 0% form. 3 points on the board. 23rd in the table. Of course, last time played each other in the league in Tranmere was a 1-1 draw back in December 2019. That was in League One. The odds here, 31-20 is your Tranmere, 5-2 is your draw, and 31-20 is your Stanley. The bookies don't know which way to go, neither do I. Going to go with a draw myself, 1-1, right down the middle. And that, my friends, will complete the set for this coming weekend's action. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, we'll see you soon, of course, very, very soon. That was the link right there for the results. And, of course, the table will look like this if I'm spot on. Gillingham, Notts County, and then Mansfield. Wrexham taking the L, going down to 7th. And, of course, Tranmere and Sutton still in the relegation zone. That is it, guys. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early. Of course, the games are coming thick and fast over in the EFL. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll catch you later when, of course, we come back again for the next round of matches.